always, Oi, and welcome back to Pick It Up Gaming, you amazing, lovely bunch of foxes. Foxes are misunderstood creatures, don't you think? Well, anywho, hope you had a good week, hope you had a good weekend, and let's get on the video. Random quizzes. So in this week's video, I'll be doing a kind of review / my thoughts, something a bit different to the usual stuff, on the game Spider-Man Miles Morales. So along with many people, it seems like, I have been waiting to play this game on the PS5 for about a year or two since it's released, rather on the PS4. As you know from previous videos, I'm lucky enough to receive a PS5 console for my 30th birthday, so woohoo, yay for amazing mum, yay for amazing girlfriend. Although I'm pretty sure it'll work just as well on the PS4. Right, so you know how this works by now. I'll start off with some basic facts about the game just to get you up to date, get up to speed, and start the video with a bit of information, make it a bit smarter. Right, so Miles Morales was released in 2020 to the PS4, PS5 as a PlayStation exclusive, so lucky for us, woohoo! So get a PlayStation. It's a follow-up to the spin-off to the 2018 Spider-Man, which, as you know, I've done on the channel, or I reviewed it, so I'll leave a link right above there, so you can go check it out. Once again, it's released by Sonic Game Studios and Marvel Studios, I believe. So yeah, people behind Ratchet & Clank, that kind of stuff, good pedigree. Yeah. Right, so you play as Miles Morales. Most people know him from the previous film, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. If you get a chance, go watch that because it is fantastic. Anyway, so Miles is a teenager from Harlem who was bitten by another spider, shock, in the previous game. Now, having confided his secret to Peter, the OG Spider-Man, the game starts off with you helping him escort a dangerous foe to the raft, which is that prison bit from the previous game. And as you know by now, nothing goes right up to plan, and it all goes tits up. Then you're thrust straight into the action, straight into the adventure, and straight into being a hero. Now, having beaten this foe, you are then informed by the Peter, obviously the OG Spider-Man, that he's leaving New York for a few weeks to go on this kind of vacation / work trip that he needs with MJ. And thus you're in charge of the city. The whole weight of the city is put on your shoulders. Now, can Miles handle it? Being that he's fairly new to this game? Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Right, so story-wise, it's fantastic and almost equals the heights of the previous story in the previous game. Now, I know some people prefer this one to the original Spider-Man, but for me, the original Spider-Man game, 2018, it's peak. This almost hits it, but it just misses out, I think. And these new characters include Tinkerer and Genki. Now, as some of you may know, if you're from the 90s, Genki was a kind of a part of a TV show called Monster Rancher. I'll put an image in the top corner so you can see it. Every time I heard that name, that's all I can think of. Anyway, in terms of the characters in this story, it keeps you invested. And I know it's fairly short, it still leaves a lasting, long, positive impact, which is what you want from a Spider-Man game, something that can stick with you for a long time. It controls and feels amazing to swing through and around Manhattan during the winter season, looking absolutely stunning on the PS5, feeling seamless with the fast load times of the PS5. Minus getting stuck in certain jump motions and occasionally fluid glitches, it runs very smoothly. Combat hasn't changed too much apart from adding Miles' own abilities like Venom punches, Venom slams, the camouflage ability, which adds a bit of difference between the two Spider-Man, which makes it a bit more powerful than the original Spider-Man, I would say, but maybe that's just me. We'll see what happens in the next Spider-Man game. Now, sound-wise, story-wise and beat-wise, it feels pretty great. Like the first game, it captures the adventure, hero feeling well, although going between certain destinations, the background music can get a bit repetitive, but lucky enough, you got two podcasts introduced, obviously JJ and the new girl, which helps break up a little bit, stops it being kind of monotonous, which adds a bit more depth to it as well. Now, although I can appreciate this music's more for a certain demographic with the new rap and the new hip-hop and all that, for me, it's not quite the same as the first game, but I can appreciate that it's not aimed at me, it's for aimed at a certain generation, a certain type of people, and this is what the game is. The game can be enjoyed by all, but it's definitely got a certain feel to it, which I think different people appreciate more than I do. But either way, I love it. Right, now it's time for some personal thoughts on the game. So like I mentioned already in the video, the main storyline itself is about 6 hours depending on difficulty, but it's bulked out by the side missions, collectibles and challenges, which add another 10 minutes or so to the overall playtime. And the plus side as well is very easy to platinum. But my main issue seems to be echoing around with other gamers is the price point. While I'm aware it's expensive to make games, promote games these days, I can't overlook the £60 price tag. Now, the game is fantastic, but at best it feels like a massive DLC. Unless you absolutely love Spider-Man, there isn't too much replaying to do, and you might go back to this once or twice a year, but it still feels overly expensive for what you get. And as most people don't have that kind of money to throw around, it's quite a shame. Now, I'm hoping years go on, the price tag will start to reflect the content you get in the game. I wouldn't be opposed to paying £40 for a type of game like this, but anything more is taking a mick, I think. Also, another small gripe is, where's the statue of Steve Ditko? I understand Stan Lee was a part of the creation of the character and also is kind of the face of Marvel, but it's still upsetting that it seems like Steve Ditko isn't getting the same kind of respect and credit that Stan Lee is getting in these games. So please, Sonic and Marvel, give him a statue in this game. You know, put something in the game, put achievement for Steve Ditko, because he was a massive part of the creation of Spider-Man as well. Now, anyway guys, thanks for watching it. Also, it means a lot. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hope you have a good week, and I'll see you sometime soon. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Now, off you go, Tiger. Whip, whip, whip.